welcome to another guide done by Luminous, and this is a joint guide done by myself and Uareanoob. And basically in this guide we're going to show you this thing that we're calling choke point jungling. And basically choke point jungling is exactly what you see here. Using tangles and little small spots on these wild creep camps basically allows us to find one creep at a time, and you could really exploit this in the early games and basically free up a solo lane for one of your teammates and still not falling behind in level or experience or gold. So this is a very good strategy in my opinion, and hopefully it will bring Nyx back to competitive play. However, this strategy is not only allowed to be played by Nyx, it could be played by another hero or any other hero to be that matter, because it'll just help you tank really well. And that camp we just did is quite a bit camp dependent, creep dependent. And why don't you talk a little bit more about that?
For that camp, you have to get lucky and not spawn a troll camp, because with the troll camp you can't do it because the range, and they will just DPS you too fast. There's about a 43% chance of getting a troll to spawn first or second, so I wouldn't recommend going for that camp first. We're going to show you another camp called the 5-stack camp, which is probably the ideal camp for you to use throughout the game.
And basically right now we're showing up the level 1 camp. It's usually not that reliable as well, because the level 1 creeps are mostly ranged. And basically here is the 5-stack camp that we're talking about. It starts off with a double pull on the top and bottom. This might require a little bit of practice. You generally want to pull at 50 or 51 seconds. After you get the successful double pull, eat the top tree and then hop into that little niche, and you get a choke point here. The one problem with this is that it's very easily to be spotted if your opponent is warding. So either you might need a sentry ward from your opponent, or just hope from the fact that they don't have observer wards there. So yeah. And
basically, the reason why all this works is because you go dual stout shield, and most neutral camps only deal about 20 to 28 damage. So basically they'll only be dealing 8 damage to you at a time, and that's why you need a small regen hero that could heal back the 8 damage that they deal to you.
Yeah, we're mostly trying this with Nyx because it's easiest for us to make the video with. But please don't stop yourself from only trying this with Nyx. I'm sure things like Troll or Bloodseeker or any other really good jungler that has some sort of regen would easily take advantage of this. I just want you to know this on the top right corner, how fast we're getting to level 4. This is exactly how a dual lane is getting to level 4. They should be getting to level 4 by now, or maybe a little bit earlier. But keep in mind that they're going to be facing with lane harassment, probably death, and Nyx here is extremely safe. I mean, if you're getting ganked in spots like these, it's usually not your fault. I mean, this mostly could be prevented if your teammates are calling miss. And if imagine yourself creeping exactly at this spot, how the heck is your opponent going to see you? So this camp is also a bit hard, and I'm going to let you talk about more creep dependency and tangle wise.
Okay, on this camp is completely creep dependent, because if you spawn like 2 furbogs or 2 wildkins, you're gonna have to eat a tangle to survive it. But you will have no space in this area to eat a tangle where you will only fight 1. However, in this instance where you're left with only 1 left, you can still eat a tangle because obviously only 1 person can hit you.
And go ahead, sorry.
And that one is completely creep dependent. This one, however, is not creep dependent because there's area for you to eat a tangle, as you'll see in a few seconds right here.
Yeah. Also, well, I wouldn't say this is not creep dependent as well, because these camps also spawn the Troll Warlord. Just keep in mind that Troll Warlord, they range, and they basically are really hard to DPS down, or you're not gonna have enough tanking power. And you can see that this double furball camp, basically they do a lot of damage, and I have burned through two tangles as well. And keep in mind, this is all done straight off of level 1. You could come back at level 3 if you wish. All you need is double stout and a set of tangles. And here is another very good spawn. This spawn is very safe. eat that choke point there, and basically you just sit there, you know, AFK farming, literally AFK farming. The danger part about this camp is that if they put observer ward a little bit to your left to look at the rune spot, they can in fact spot you there. So just, you know, one thing to be careful. However, it's not exactly a very common war spot, but again, it's one thing that is a weakness to this strategy, is that you are in fact spottable by wards.
My favorite thing about this strategy is that in a lane where you could get denied or harassed, you are getting all the creeps in this spawn, whereas it's more last hit dependent when you're in lane. And if you're in a hard lane, then it'll be hard to farm well.
Oh, definitely. If you're maybe facing against a sniper or a silencer or like a heavy nuker Zeus, they're gonna nuke you a lot and or make your last hitting hell, and you're probably gonna even get less creep kills facing a difficult lane. However, this is extremely easy, and you know it's not item dependent. And basically, notice how fast you just turned level 4 in that. Again, it's comparable to a dual lane, assuming that the dual lane is getting absolutely no harass. However, you know, that's very unlikely. So this strategy allows you to free up the single lane for a solo hero, and it gives you reliable, fast EXP. And this final camp, I'll let you cover it. Go ahead.
This final camp I did not recommend you using at level 1 because this one, if you get a strong creep, then you will have to tangle. But if you notice, there's only 2 spots where you can tangle, and that will cause you to get attacked by 3 or 2, and obviously it will make you die. So this one, we're just showing you for completion, and if you get lucky with the spawn, I guess you can do it, but I wouldn't suggest using this one. The 5 stack or the other ones would be preferable.
Yeah, and keep in mind that we're all doing this from level 1, and again, you could easily do this when you're higher level. And like, I just want to stress out, this build will let you level up so much quicker. It will free up like your solo lane, and I just hopefully this will provide new strategies for other heroes other than Nyx, and maybe we'll bring, you know, more solo heroes back into the competitive game. And I think with that, I'll end this guide. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something from it. Thanks for watching. GG.
GG.